A very good morning to my lovely students. How are you all? Great. I know you are doing great and you are focusing on your studies as well. In today's video, we are going to read our poem, that is Wind, which was originally written by Subramania Bharati in Tamil language. And later on, it was translated into English by A.K. Ramanujan. Okay, let's start with the poem.
We all know that wind is a natural phenomenon. In this poem, the poet talks to wind. The power of wind has been described and the poet says that wind is destructive. He has linked the destructive power of wind to the adversities of life and says that the weak people break down but stronger people emerge out of adversities stronger. The poem gives an important message that we should be mentally tough and physically strong in order to survive the hardships of life. A weak person breaks down like a weak building and crumbles. We must make these destructive forces our friends with our strength and determination. Let us begin the reading of the poem. Wind, come softly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw the books on the shelf. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. You tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again. You are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. Poking fun means making fun of something. And weaklings, a person who is weak. In this stanza, the poet is talking to wind. He asks the wind to come softly. So, he is saying that the wind should not be very strong and loud. It should be soft and subtle. Then the poet says that the wind is very powerful. It is destructive. It breaks the shutters of the windows and scatters the papers. When the wind is very powerful, all the books which are kept on the shelf fall down. So here, the poet is describing the power of the wind. Then he says to the wind to look at the destruction that it had done. Whenever there is a strong wind, all the things that are weak, like small plants, tiny children, etc., they all get scared and they can even fall and get hurt. The poet calls the wind clever because it is making fun of weak people. He is saying that it should come softly, just like a small child. In the later part, we come to know that wind is destructive just like a youth, just like a young boy or a young girl who is full of energy, violence, and destruction. Clear? Frail, crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. Crumbling means falling or to cause something to break. And rafter means it is a sloping beam which support the roof of the building. Here, the word crumbling is repeated so many times to lay stress that everything crumbles in the face of a strong wind. So, the writer is saying that when wind is very powerful, it is very strong, it leads to breakage of everything. Houses which are weak fall. Doors which are weak fall. The beam on which the roof of the buildings are supported, they also fall. all the wooden structures fall, all bodies of people fall, animals, lives, hearts. So, he is saying that everything crumbles, everything that is weak reacts by falling down and breaking in the face of adversities. So, the poet is saying that whenever a weak person faces any adversity or challenge in life, he breaks down and falls. Clear? Moving on to the next stanza. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. He won't do what you tell him. So, come, let's build strong homes. Let's join the doors firmly. Practice to form the body. Make the heart steadfast. Do this and the wind will be friends with us. In this stanza, the poet is addressing to wind as wind god. And he is saying that the powerful god of wind winnows means to block grain free of chaff or separate grain from husk by blowing on it. That means the wind god shifts all the people, and those people who are weak fall down and get crushed. So here a comparison is made between wheat and people. Just like we winnow the wheat to separate the grain from chaff, the wind god separates the strong people from the weak people. When there is a strong wind, all the things that are weak fall and get crushed. The poet wants us to make friends with the wind. That is the adversities of our lives. He says that the problems will not listen to us. They will come. So we should be prepared. In preparation, we should build strong homes and close the doors of our house firmly so that the wind cannot get into it. And then he says that we should also make our bodies strong and hearts firm to face these challenges. And then once we are strong enough, all the challenges will be like friends. We will not feel that they are troublesome. Clear? Moving on to the next paragraph. The wind blows out weak fires. He makes strong fires roar and flourish. His friendship is good. We praise him every day. Flourish means grow. The poet has kept the wind on a pedestal. He is comparing the wind to God. He says that wind is God and we praise wind every day. He adds that everything that is weak gets finished off in the face of a strong wind, and all the things that are strong flourish and grow to become stronger. He is giving us a very important message that we should not feel bad that we are facing so many challenges and adversities in life. We should make ourselves physically and mentally strong to face these challenges. And once we are strong enough, we will overcome the challenges, we will become friends with them, and then we will be happy that we had these challenges in our life. Why? Because they help us become stronger and better.
I hope the poem is now clear to you. Read the poem once again and write down all the question answers along with the literary terms in your notebook. Prepare well for your UT. Bye-bye. Take care.